and happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Newsroom. I'm your host, Maddie Paul. Inside the Newsroom, we bring you the trending stories of the KELOLAND area, and we bring in our newsroom staff members to talk about these trending stories. And they happen to be the same stories that you see every day on our newscasts and online at KELOLAND.com. I hope you all had a great weekend. I know there was a lot of snow that we saw, especially in the Sioux Falls area. We'll talk with Scott Munt about that later. You know he's on the docket. But we want to start with our trending stories first, especially weekend news. As the Senate now moves forward, there are still questions around when South Dakota SNAP recipients will receive their November full benefits. They thought they would get those funds by today, but that has been put on pause after a Supreme Court ruling on Friday. One Sioux Falls restaurant is helping feed people in need. And Jordan DeSmit shares how Sanaa is making a difference.
People were packed into Sanaa's Gourmet Mediterranean for a Syrian brunch.
We have yogurt cheese, we have pickled olives, and then a lot of unique dishes. You won't recognize them, but you have to taste them.
The meal was $20. All the proceeds will go to Feeding South Dakota.
I'm getting a good deal for my contribution.
We shouldn't allow any child in the United States to go hungry, irrespective of their income, status, political party, anything.
This is not the first time Sanaa has held a fundraiser for people in need. It's something she picked up from her father.
My dad was very generous. They always help people, and they say it's karma. When you help somebody, somebody else help your children. And again, child hunger is my issue, and it just breaks my heart knowing any child go hungry.
And today, a steady stream of people came out to support her latest mission.
Oh, it's just great. And that shows that a lot of people understand how good her food is too.
Seeing how American, we help each other, we stand by to each other, we love each other, doesn't matter politics, whatever they say, we like each other, we are good together. Look, that's what gives me hope.
A day to enjoy good food and give back.
And Jordan DeSmit joins us at the digital desk now to talk more about this story. Jordan, when you showed up to Sanaa's yesterday for the story, what was the atmosphere like inside the restaurant?
It was really cool. I got there early, and there were people who beat me there. It was crazy because I think it was just so many people understood like the good thing that Sanaa was doing, and they wanted to be a part of it.
And how did that atmosphere influence your writing? Because for me, what stood out is you could still hear like the background noise even when you're speaking. And usually in our packages, I sometimes notice we cut that sound, that background noise, but you kept it in and it almost felt lively. So again, how did that atmosphere that you saw at Sanaa's influence the story?
I think a little bit of background noise is okay in that situation, right? Because it shows that it's a busy place, that there's a lot of people there helping out and trying to get funds to Feeding South Dakota. And I was honestly a little bit worried because I had to find a spot. Like we were kind of in a cramped little hallway in the back of Sanaa's just so there wouldn't be too much background noise just getting into her microphone there. But yeah, it was fun, and I'm glad that I was able to really show, yes, there was a lot of people here.
There was a lot of liveliness. And what was the goal for Sanaa's event yesterday?
Her goal was to raise $5,000. And then after the fact, I called the restaurant again and I asked Sanaa, well, did you get to your goal? She's like, yeah, we doubled it. She raised over $10,000, which was, in a few hours. So
incredible.
It was incredible.
And what was your game plan for the visuals when you went in? Because again, I loved the liveliness feel of it. I loved looking at the food. The food looked so good, made me hungry. But what was your game plan?
Really, I wanted just, for one, you see that shot right there. I wanted to show how many people were there, for one thing. And I also, of course, I wanted to show the food. Look, it looks awesome. I got to sample some of that, too. I bought a plate myself, and I can tell you, it was really, really good. I brought it back to the station for lunch that day. But yeah, I wanted to show, again, a lot of people wanted to show, how it went, right? Because you probably saw it was kind of a buffet style, and that really helped kind of the line keep moving, right? I think if people were served individual plates, it would have taken a lot longer. So people were able to get in line, pay, and then grab their food, sit down, and get out. So the next line of people could come through. So I wanted to show the process, how many people were there, then of course the delicious food that they offered that day.
We're hearing a lot about how in what pieces you wanted to highlight in the story, but what did you hope that viewers would take away from it?
Just how much of a difference just something simple like this can make, right? I think there's just been so much uncertainty with SNAP and when people, or if, or probably just uncertainty about when those SNAP benefits are going to be here. But you can do something really simple, like make some food and serve it for a few hours, and you can make a big difference, like Sanaa just did. I think it was planned for her meal to go from, I think, 10:30 to 1:30. She very well could have gone past 1:30. But just in a few hours, she raised $10,000. And that's going to go a long way to helping feed families in South Dakota.
Well, Jordan, thank you so much for giving us more details about your story and sticking with us here at the Digital Desk. And everyone, I hope you stick around for Inside the Newsroom, because up next, we're singing in the city. Well, we're not, but a children's choir is. So stick around to hear about the storytelling of the Sioux Falls Children's Choir when we come back after the break. And welcome back to Inside the Newsroom. The Sioux Falls Children's Choir has been a part of the city for 10 years, experiencing its share of highs and lows during that decade. The choir emerged from COVID with only about a dozen members, but has since flourished and now has more than 6 times that number. In a recent Eye on KELOLAND story, Travis Fossing told us what the kids are learning and why they enjoy their weekly get-togethers. And Travis, to start off this conversation, I wanted to ask you, how did you first learn about the Sioux Falls Children's Choir? And then why did you want to devote time it takes to create an Eye on KELOLAND story for the Children's Choir?
Yeah, we ended up with a gentleman that was with us to the Kansas City Chiefs game a couple of weeks ago when they took on the Las Vegas Raiders. And he had ties to the choir and said, this would be something he thought would be up my alley, and thought it would be a good story to tell. Sounds like we had tried to do this story about a year ago, but something fell through and we were unable to do so at that time. So with it only going on in the fall and the spring as a choir, there's only certain times of the year that the story can be done as compared to spring and summer, that type of thing. So I just decided, I think there was enough there to talk to some teachers and to talk to some kids and just find out why they got involved with this choir and how it's grown so much over the last couple of years.
That was my big takeaway from your story, is just the rapid growth that it's seen. I think she had mentioned that there's 80 kids in the choir now or something like that. But when it started, just only a handful, a dozen kids. What kind of surprised you or stood out to you as you created this story?
Well, they have 3 different choirs. They have a kindergarten, first grade choir, a second and third grade choir, and then 4th through 6th grade. So they wanted to kind of put the spotlight on the older kids that have done this a time or two. But we got to see how they interacted with all the kids. And the younger kids, it's fun because they bring in different things. They had a big parachute that they used. And they just kind of incorporate that into the singing to make it fun, make it enjoyable. Because, this at the end of the day is an activity for the families to get their kids involved with. And if they like the singing, great. And if not, it's something that maybe they won't do the next time. But it seems like a lot of these kids that we talked with are back for, this isn't just their first year, especially with the older kids. So.
I'm sure they were very excited to see the cameraman come in too, right?
Oh, yeah. They all wanted to be on TV and sing their very best, I guess.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm impressed with the kids that you talked to for this story because for me, it's always a little bit hit or miss when you talk to kids. You really have to develop a really safe and comfortable interview space with them so you just don't get the yes or no answers, You got some really incredible sound from these kids talking about their experiences and why they like the children's choir so much. So my question is, what's the secret? What's the secret to talking to these kids so you don't get the yes or no's?
I try and make sure to ask questions that aren't yes or no question. And then just, if they're a little bit shy about it, just, can you expand on that? Or just looking for the why of it. And Avea was very easy to talk to. She has been with the choir for a couple of years now. And I had asked her, I was like, do you want to do this in the future? And she was like, well, I don't know. Maybe not. But, both kids really are there because they wanted to hang out with their friends. And it's an activity that they have fun with. And William was great, too, the answer that he gave with every time he goes there, he leaves a little happier, basically, was the gist of it. And They were both great to talk to, and both like the teachers, both like the kids that they're with.
There's a lot of fun and personality with your story from the kids and even the adults too. Something I took away from this story. But what do you hope that other viewers take away from this Eye on KELOLAND story?
Well, it's just another activity that's out there that if they want to get the kids involved in their family, it's something you can do pretty easily. And they do have scholarships available if it's something that you feel like you maybe can't afford. But at the end of the day, it's $150 per semester, or you can sign up for the entire year for $250. So they make it pretty reasonable. They meet once a week on Tuesday nights, and they do so in the fall and then again in the winter and spring. It's just another opportunity, something to do out there that maybe if your kid isn't into sports, doesn't want to play football or basketball, maybe this is something to give a try.
Just something else. Well, Travis, thank you so much for sharing those details here at the Digital Desk. And everyone stick around because there's actually more ways that you can watch KELOLAND Plus and all the shows and original content we have to offer here. So stick around for those details when we come back on Inside the Newsroom. Welcome back to Inside the Newsroom. And you know what? To start off, thank you for watching Inside the Newsroom here on KELOLAND Plus. And now there's more ways that you can watch KELOLAND Plus or recommend it to others since you're already watching now. Here at KELOLAND Media Group, we continue to evolve with modern technology. And one of the most exciting and recent additions to our newsroom is, you probably heard or seen this, KELOLAND Plus offers live streaming, newscasts, KELOLAND Living, special broadcasts, and hours of video on demand. And as Don Jorgensen tells us now, you don't even need a TV to watch it.
Many of our viewers have relied on our KELOLAND News app for years to get the latest news, weather, and sports. Now you can watch KELOLAND Plus on our app too.
We're finally meeting our viewers where they're at and meeting their needs.
Maddie Paul is the main anchor on KELOLAND Plus. She says it's another way to make sure viewers don't miss a thing.
KELOLAND Plus not only gives you the newscasts that you see every day, but we also offer original shows that you don't see on TV, which makes KELOLAND Plus just a tiny bit more exciting.
She's referring to shows like Inside the Newsroom, Boredom Busters, Eye on KELOLAND Rewind, the KELOLAND Sports Zone All Access, and other special events. They are easy to watch, and they're all free.
So if you go right here and you see a little banner up here that says live, it will show you what show is airing on the KELOLAND Plus live stream.
After a 5-minute preview, you'll be asked to submit an email address. This email address allows users to register for KELOLAND Media Group content and other features in our products.
There's so many different ways to watch KELOLAND Plus now. It's exactly what our viewers wanted.
Paul says the most exciting part is that KELOLAND Plus isn't done yet.
Never. We're going to keep growing. It's never going to end.
Oh, it's so weird to watch yourself back. So interesting. But one thing that we need to mention a little bit more about is Whether or Not. So Scott Munt's going to join us after the break to tell you what you can watch today on Whether or Not. And welcome back to Inside the Newsroom. Scott Munt joins us now.
Man,
you like I wish I had confetti for real.
You need some sound effect.
I can't take
There's probably a
everything
special
from you.
effect that you can do confetti in there.
In here? Oh, you mean like an actual visual?
Yeah.
But isn't it fun if I go like, bata?
You do it at the same time. You have two things at once.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a theater kid at heart, so it's like up to the imagination sometimes for some things. Like confetti.
But you have to show it too.
My point, as I was going into the intro, is we just learned, because we watched a package by Don Jorgensen, that there's more ways to watch KELOLAND Plus.
Yes.
And this was a package that aired this morning too. And I think something may have been left out or kind of neglected a little from the conversation. But Summer Roddershot brought it up this morning, and I want to play it right now.
One thing that I don't know if I'm not as offended about, but they didn't. They left out whether or not, because you guys also spend a lot of time. Or they were like, oh,
well,
inside
some
the
things
newsroom.
are so good they don't need to be promoted, right?
Yeah,
of course.
Everybody already knows about whether or not.
Well, Scott does a lot of, and it's fun to be a part of that show, because the content that we talk about there, a lot of it, some of it's from television, but there's a fair amount of it that never makes TV, but it ends up there. A lot of
behind-the-scenes stuff.
But some things are so, would you say some things are so good?
Some things are so good they don't need to be promoted.
You are too quick with it. You are very quick with it. I swear whether or not was brought up, but oh well. You know what? That's
Summer
why
said it wasn't, and I'm not
that's
arguing
why this
with
segment,
Summer.
I'm going to give you a lot of love in this segment for Inside the Newsroom then for whether or not. Because this episode of Whether or Not today made me laugh so much. It was just fun. Like, you and Brian always just have like a fun time together. But there was one thing that you guys brought up when you were talking about models that just like had me dying in my seat. I'm going to play that clip right now.
Now the season's not over, just like football. So, I know
the Bears could still make the playoffs.
Bears could still make the playoffs, and the European model could still come back and win the day.
That made me laugh. The Bears could still make the playoffs in the European model.
I think they're 6-3. They're not doing bad.
Somehow. No, yesterday was a pretty good game.
Yeah, they came another one where they came back. Another one where they came back.
But you and Brian got a lot to talk about on Whether or Not today.
Yes.
Interesting one that I didn't expect you to have on your docket was the ripple effect clouds that you were talking about.
Oh, the lake effect.
The river effect. Yeah, that's what it was. Not
lake.
Ripple. Yeah.
It was because we had this cold air, and yet we've been so warm. We haven't had shots of cold air. Mm-hmm. Okay, so again, the waters are staying fairly warm too. That when you get an actual shot of cold air like we have this morning, the water vapor coming off of the lake able to give you some cloud cover.
I loved it.
It was pretty neat. It was pretty neat to see.
They were good.
And we've seen it before.
And that was all off of your live cams, right?
Oh,
that we saw?
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Off the live cams. Madison, both cameras in Madison. What else did I? Yankton.
Yeah, that's right.
And one more. Please forgive me. Chamberlain.
Yeah, he remembers.
Yep. That was more or less valley fog kind of effect. And we were also watching that traffic too. And this is right as the sun was coming up.
Yeah.
So then you started to get a little bit of pink hue in there. It was kind of a neat looking live cam.
It was really cool. I don't know. It was a lot of fun. And then you guys were talking about the weekend snow that we got. Mm-hmm. And that just reminded me that I looked through Megaphone in our U-Share, and I got to see everybody's photos that they sent us over the weekend. And I don't know if you've had a time.
One looks happier than the other one. Don't you think? That photo? That's a great photo. Don't get me wrong. Someone's a little happier than the other one.
Look at this snowman, though. I believe the person who sent this in said it's a 7 feet tall snowman.
Great.
Look at that. It's like almost reaching like the roof. I love making snowmans. I did not make a snowman this weekend. No.
But you have before.
Oh, of course. And we would take like my dad's clothes and like put them on, put the carrot nose into like
the
this
top hat? Yeah. Did he have a top hat for you?
Oh, yeah. He's got lots of hats like that.
Was it magical?
It felt magical. It's always magical. I wish I had glitter, though. The fake confetti. It all circles back. Gosh, we're good storytellers.
All right, I'll have to find something for you.
Please help me.
Yeah, this homework you're giving me.
No,
but these will melt. Maybe not necessarily today, but yeah, we'll hit about 50 on Tuesday, tomorrow.
You talking about how these snowmen will melt?
Yeah, it's a process. We go through it every year.
Scott, we got to be happy right now. Can we just enjoy what we have? Ooh,
that's pretty cool.
Okay, so this person sent this in, and they had a question, and they wondered why there's like a little ripple, speaking of ripples with your clouds this morning, why there's a little ripple on their gutter right there.
Best thing I could think of, now I know we had some wind, so that could be some of the wind doing that. And then also at the onset of this, we had melting.
Oh, right.
So that could be a combination of the two.
I believe this photo was sent in from Sioux Falls, too.
Yep, that could be a combination of the two. That's pretty cool.
Let me see if I can find it. Yep, this is a Sioux Falls home, so
yeah.
But it was melting pretty quick. That's cool. Look at this. Oh, you're talking about that sunset or sunrise, I mean.
That's great.
It's pretty. It just reminds me of the beauty of winter. Well, that's a nice thing about snow and taking photos is because the light is so reflective off of the snow that you can really get and grab like a lot of colors in your photography. And so, me staying positive about the snow.
Yep, snow's fantastic, right?
Yeah. Look at these snowmen.
As long as you don't have to travel or drive anywhere. Okay, then it kind of goes the other way.
Did you have to travel this weekend?
Nope.
I was going to say, I thought you stuck around.
I'm not a traveler. Not me.
Yes, you are. You're leaving me.
What are you talking about?
You just leave inside the newsroom.
No, I won't be here tomorrow.
I know. That's what I mean.
Going to the Iowa State game. See, I got my Iowa State tie on.
He's repping today.
Yeah.
That's good. You know what? Our meteorologists need a break, too, every once in a while.
And then I'll be gone a couple of days next week, too. Just piling them on.
I'm already planning for this because what am I going to do without a segment with Scott Munn? What am I going to do with myself?
I don't know.
Everyone else is wondering.
Soak it up while you can, I guess.
I'll figure it out, guys. Believe me. I'm going to find a way to get content out of you while I can, Scott.
So you didn't make a snowman?
No.
Or snowwoman?
No.
Did you? And you didn't have any place to go this weekend?
No, I stuck around.
Did you stay inside all weekend?
I actually, you won't believe this. You won't believe this.
Play laser tag?
Would you believe that? Is that something you believe I do? No, you won't believe this. On Sunday morning, I went for a walk outside.
Good.
Outside.
Good. It's still a little windy.
It was.
It did not get as cold as what we thought it would get. We still had some cloud cover around. You probably walked through some festive flurries, right?
And a lot of leaves falling. And yes, a little festive flurries.
That's something Brian and I talked about too. My sugar maple in the back. I was watching that on Sunday. Just
it's
the leaves
all on
just
the ground
falling down
now.
right on top of that fresh snow.
Well, it was interesting on the walk because there were so many, fall colors that we get, and I didn't realize that there was still a lot of trees that had green on it. And so on the ground now, there's just green leaves covered by just snow and stuff. And I'm just
isn't that neat? I think it's kind of neat.
I liked it, but the cold, I had my hat on. I had a big scarf wrapped around. I had some gloves, my coat, my beautiful winter coat that I always wear, even if it's 50 degrees. And I trotted along.
So you're able to dress for the weather. Yeah. You got outside and you enjoyed what winter has to bring.
No, well, I got to get ready for it. It's not going away. Well, it kind of is this week. It's going to be a bit warmer.
Yeah. It'll warm. 50s starting tomorrow. 60-degree weather probably return later this week. And then a little cooler for this weekend. But I think temperatures will still be a little bit above average. But by the time we get into the weekend, the average high is around 45. Good. The climate average. So I still think we'll be a little bit above that.
Okay.
And then we'll worry about next week. Or when we get closer to the next week.
When you come back after your days off, then we can worry about it.
Day off, I'm sorry.
It feels like it's
one
forever.
at a time. I got to pace myself.
All right, Scott, we're out of time. We got to say goodbye now.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Of course, Scott. Thanks for being here. And until next time, everybody, have a great day. Now, Scott, you know what to do.
Got to wave.